I simply love Congresswoman Katie Porter. I think her one of our progressive heroes. She went on with Stephanie Rule today, and in as much as at the start she had this quaint, nicely done sneeze, she went ahead and made her case like no other. Let's go ahead and listen to it, and then let's go ahead and take it on the other side.
Congresswoman, if you and I had $1 every time we talked about the gender pay gap, we could put all of our children through private colleges in a blink. How can we realistically address this and create a new normal? Not an idealistic one, realistically. What can we do?
We need to be making our voices heard and asking the president to do what he, excuse me, that's my first sneeze on air. I apologize. We need to be asking the president to do what he promised, which is to make childcare and investing in women a priority. That's what he promised, and now he needs to deliver. What we've seen in part one of this infrastructure package, which they're calling the jobs package, a title that I don't like, is a focus on, frankly, jobs that are predominantly male, and the good-paying jobs in that package are predominantly male. Construction, engineering, transit, all of those jobs. What happened to the investment in childcare? What happened to the investment in paid family leave? What happened to those things? They're coming in part two, which they're calling the families plan. But to be clear, if women don't have childcare, parents don't have childcare, they can't go to work, just as much as a worker who can't go to work if they don't have a road. So I think part of it is to really understand that this is a little different than the repair the roads. This is something we have never done well in the United States. This is the major difference. When you look at our economy and the economy of other countries around the world, this is the single major place the United States has never delivered for the American people. And that's how we need to talk about it. Childcare is not something we do for parents. It's not something we do for women. It is not something we do for children. Stephanie, it's something we do for our economy just as much as investing in broadband or investing in bridges or investing in engineering or manufacturing. That's what childcare is. So the goal here isn't to return to, quote, normal. The goal here is to make the investment that is 50 or 60 years overdue in our economy, which means making sure that everyone, regardless of whether they're a parent, regardless of whether they're a man or woman, can go to work hard, thrive, and succeed. That's an economic issue. There's absolutely an opportunity here with this infrastructure package, and we have a president in Joe Biden who ran on the concept of child care as infrastructure, the care economy as a thing. It's a great opportunity, but now he needs to make it happen. And by putting it in the second plan, I'm afraid there's a suggestion that the things in the first plan are, quote, about jobs, and the things in the second plan are, quote, about families. That's the White House's own terminology. I would have liked to see child care be in this first plan, but I'm eager to see it come out. And when it comes out, we have to make sure that it doesn't occupy a second-class policy position. This is a top priority. Just like infrastructure, just like roads, childcare is infrastructure, period, full stop. We've got to make the investment. Women are participating in the workforce at the lowest level since 1988, since I was in 8th grade. That is going to hold back our economic recovery. So if you care about our economy, if you're a CEO, if you're a parent, a grandparent, someone who's never had kids and never wants them, and I wouldn't blame you at this point in the pandemic, you still need to be speaking up and supporting child care investment.
You know, she is so right. Now, I want to add something to that because it's something that I'm also putting in my new book, How to Make America Utopia. Why is it that we think economy, business, and all these issues first? In other words, our capitalist structure, we think economy, business first. We don't think humanity first, and how do we create a business structure around it that creates a livable humanity. We have to reprioritize what is really good for us or what makes us happy. One of the reasons the Scandinavian countries are much more happy than we are is because they have done a better job, not a perfect job, but a better job of making sure that the things everyday citizens have to do is made that much better because they have a government who cares first about we the people and not a government who cares first about what do we need to do to ensure that businesses do well. If people do well, business will do good enough. And that's all we need business to do. Good enough. Forget about Milton Friedman as far as what the reality is with corporations. The sole purpose is to enrich the shareholder. People, let's think a little bit about humanity. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.